Ravens. He punched a teammate. Well, it looks like the Chargers need another safety after reports say Derwin James will be out 6 to 8 months with the knee surgery. But LA's head coach Anthony Lynn seems set in the secondary, saying, quote, "Why the hell would I be looking anywhere else?" LeVar back with us. LeVar, you've been missed, but Marcellus, going to you first. Would Earl Thomas be worth the headache for them Chargers?
No, he wouldn't be worth the headache. This hurts me because I know I got love for you, Acho. This your UT guy and David Mulugeta. I know this your client. David up all night like, damn, I didn't know I had to work this hard for Earl Thomas. Yeah, you're starting to realize that reputation precedes you. And some of it's not even reputation, just our mental record precedes Earl Thomas walking into a building. Think about this. He's on the wrong side of 30, which any NFL player knows that they try to put the first strike on your record just because you turned 30. Even if you're balling, they're just like, he's on the wrong side of 30. But there are images that flash through your head when you think of Earl Thomas, and all of them aren't good. Despite him being amazing, voted, to the all-decade team. We know who he is. He's a future Hall of Famer. But damn it, did you give the middle finger to the Seattle Seahawks on the way out?
It was warranted.
Warranted or not, they gave you all your money. You should have been like, thank you for your services. It was a beautiful time. And then, as a veteran, because I'm a guy who benefited off of the vet rules and the vet opportunities. My last 2 years in Jacksonville was a paid vacation because Marcellus still plays the run well, is a high character guy, and will influence these guys who can still play well in terms of how to approach the game as a professional. But then Earl Thomas this offseason, had some marital issues that are not even rookie mistakes. That's just like, people gonna look at you sideways in the NFL no matter how old you are, especially if you're trying to live by the vet rules. And then we get into a kind of lighthearted situation, but still it counts. This is actually on the field. Earl Thomas got up to the podium talking about, man, people look like they're scared to tackle Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, like, what they scared of? They don't want that smoke. And then I remember watching a football game with Earl Thomas on the field and seeing, hold up. Nate Dogg woke up and said, hold up. What is going on? So if you combine what is happening to him professionally in terms of how people respect him and the esteem they had for him and where they are now, you get into a fight with a teammate, supposedly. They vote you off the island. The team said, we're good. And now you're in this situation, Earl Thomas, and there's film of you looking like that on the wrong side of 30. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough sledding for Earl.
Marcellus, you know as well. But let me start like this. Marcellus, have you ever been in a fight with a teammate?
No. Well, you mean that little, hey, break it up. I didn't break it up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ask me, Manuel.
LeVar, have you been in a fight with a teammate?
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Many times.
You've been into an altercation. It don't matter.
Yes.
Oh, it matters.
Worse than a punch.
Everybody been in altercation.
With helmets on.
So, yes, Earl Thomas is worth Earl Thomas is worth the headache for the Chargers because for every bad clip, the few bad clips you have of Earl Thomas, although there were a few last year, I got to keep it a buck even though Earl's my guy, we have 10 amazing clips of Earl Thomas. But then, let's talk about the Legion of Boom. Everybody, even loose football fans, know about the Legion of Boom. Oh, it was constructed in the 2010s. You take Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor, then you go take Richard Sherman the next year. Well, who constructed the Legion of Boom? A man by the name of Gus Bradley, the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks at the time. Where is Gus Bradley? He's currently the defensive coordinator for the LA Chargers.
Yes, sir.
So that only makes sense. But then let's dig a little deeper, Marcellus, because I cannot stand when people try to slander Earl Thomas's character. Sir, does Earl Thomas have a rap sheet? Does Earl Thomas have a record? Has Earl Thomas even gotten suspended or missed a drug test? We got NFL owners who have been arrested with, who've been pulled over with drugs in their system. We got owners who've been arrested in relation to prostitution stings. We got owners with longer rap sheets than Earl. I'm just saying this, Marcellus, if you gonna paint Earl, if the world is going to try to paint Earl as a headache, let's just put in context what a headache is. Because realistically speaking, what has Earl actually done besides get into a fight with a teammate, which you said you've done, LeVar said he's done. I ain't no fighter wearing my Easter suit up here, but I've done.
Go ahead, Wally.
He punched a teammate, not got into a fight. I don't think this was the same, break it up scuffle. And He almost got killed this offseason. Y'all can look into the details, man. Like, you don't need a rap sheet always to say, maybe things are not settled with my guy in terms of Earl Thomas. So here's my thing. You said it. Gus Bradley's with the Chargers, right? Is he there? Yeah, he is. And, you know, Bruce Arians also coached Antonio Brown, and he's in Tampa Bay. And when Bruce Arians was asked about Antonio Brown, you said what he said? He said, hell no. And Gus Bradley right now has not raised his hand to say hell yes. I think that's telling, Acho.
Go ahead.
You want me to go? I can let y'all continue. Because first and foremost, I'm upset that Tristan came on and outdid my button.
As you should be.
I'm really upset about that because I tried to come correct with my fit today. But as it applies to Earl, I think that it is unfair to judge him based off of the criteria that you're using and bringing into the conversation, Marcelo.
What, Derrick Henry running them down?
From the personal aspect of it, because sometimes people get caught up personally. And I understand he almost got into a bad situation as to what the outcome could have been, but that's still personal. I'm not going to base my team off of that particular setup because I don't know the deep, intricate details of that piece of it. But what I will say is I have been a part of practice scuffles. As a matter of fact, I have been a part of practice brawls where the entire defense and the entire offense came to fisticuffs, and that's just what it was. I mean, that might be more of an old school approach and style, but nonetheless, that is a reality that existed when I was playing. I look at Earl Thomas. He definitely can improve your team. So I'll give you a great example. Tyrann Mathieu was spoken about in probably far less flattering terms than what we're speaking on with Earl Thomas right now. When he left and went to the Kansas City Chiefs, a lot of people had the same concerns that you had, Marcellus, in terms of what Tyrann would bring to the table. Would he be disruptive? Could he stay out of trouble? Different things that people were questioning. But it was a great fit. The environment fit Tyrann, and Tyrann fit the environment. If the Chargers have an environment that Earl fits in and Earl can fit what the Chargers are looking for, they could have had the steal of the offseason and what the production of Earl Thomas could be. He's going to be motivated. He feels slighted. And ultimately, listening to you, Marcellus, he probably feels attacked as well. So to me, I think that it could be a great opportunity. For the greatest stories ever told are redemption stories. And this would be a great opportunity for him to redeem himself in whatever capacity he would deem it.
If football teams were only movies, if wins and losses were box office.
Remember the Titans?
They are.
Look,
it's a team.
Rayshawn Jenkins, Desmond Kine, Nasir Adderley, and a 6th-round pick this year. Even Coach Anthony Lynn went on record and said, damn, all y'all tell me all the time is how deep my secondary is. Why now should I go out there and get someone? Why not develop the crop that I have right here? So Gus Bradley has not raised his hand, and it doesn't look like Anthony Lynn is looking outside as well. So if you're trying to say that being a person doesn't affect how they view you as a player, LeVar, we've been in 2 different NFLs. Coming up in our big story,
love saying that.
Dak or Jimmy G. Criminal. Jerry Rice says Jimmy G. We'll tell you.